Hello and welcome back to Bombchu News. My name is Chris, I'm joined by Andron, and we'll be covering the news that we found interesting today. Pokemon Go is receiving a new batch of Generation 3 Pokemon, as well as a new weather system. The Ruby and Sapphire Generation starters Trico, Torchic, and Mudkip, along with 50 total Generation 3 Pokemon, will be added to the game in the coming weeks according to developer Niantic. They also announced that Pokemon Go will get a dynamic weather system to reflect the real-world location's weather. The weather will have an impact on the types of Pokemon that will appear, as well as their effectiveness in battle. It's cool to see these kind of features being added to the game, and since it's been a while since I played Pokemon Go, now seems like a good time to jump back in.
Yesterday, Jeff Keighley's annual Game Awards had a grand showing with even more surprise announcements and awards giving out than ever before. There's also an odd moment with one developer, but we won't go too into that. A few of the awards that were given out yesterday were Best Art Direction that went to Cuphead, Overwatch won Best Ongoing Game, Resident Evil 7 won Best VR Game, Super Mario Odyssey won Best Family Game, and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild won for the Best Game Direction, Best Action Adventure Game, and unsurprisingly, Best Game of the Year. Nintendo actually appeared on this list far more than I ever expected, which marks yet another award show they've walked away from as the big winners. As far as game announcements and new trailers went, well, there were quite a lot. To kick things off was the reveal of Bayonetta 1 and 2 on its way to the Nintendo Switch, as well as the announcement of Bayonetta 3 being in development exclusively for the Switch. The teaser was both smooth and stylized, which is exactly what it should be. From Software teased their next game with what looked to be a spinning bloody bone drill, as well as what appears to be Japanese writing in the background. The words to close out the trailer, "Shadows Die Twice," seems to be alluding to a sequel of sorts, and since most speculators are pointing towards a follow-up to Bloodborne, I'm on board if it means a sequel set in feudal Japan or the like. Another new game from the developers of The Vanishing of Ethan Carter and Painkiller, Witchfire, was also revealed. The game is horror-themed, looks great, and has a high sense of polish. It was actually really impressive for a game that was probably on no one's radar until the show, and the main character looks like they are armed with both guns and powers, so I'm really hyped about it. I'm hoping this new FPS will come out sooner than later, but there's no real date on when it will be arriving. Finally was an astounding trailer for Death Stranding that in typical Kojima fashion raises more questions than answers. At least from what I can glean, outside of the extremely well done visuals, is a world where youth is being sucked out by some invisible force and other mind-bending tricks are happening around the main characters. Norman Reedus in particular looks extremely well captured, as do the rendered lights, vehicles, and very sci-fi focused world. I think whenever this releases, it may not change the way the industry works, but it will be a great example of what a gifted designer can really do without a publisher nagging him. Naturally, there are way more incredible reveals and trailers from the Game Awards show, and I'll be sure to provide a link to as many as I can in the description below, so you can view all the greatness for yourself.
A surprise crossover entry in the Portal series was announced. The game is called Bridge Constructor Portal and is part of a collaboration between Bridge Constructor developer Head Up Games, publisher Clockstone Software, and Valve. The short teaser doesn't show much in the form of gameplay, but we do get that signature Valve humor with some great voiceover from GLaDOS. The gameplay seems to be mostly similar to Bridge Constructor, with the added twist of portals, speed gel, and bounce pads. This is an out-of-left-field announcement, but I'm so excited to try this one out. Bridge Constructor Portal launches on PC on December 20th, with console versions in early 2018. Well, that's all the news that we found interesting today. Let us know what you thought about it or what we missed down in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.